Okay, so I figured out what I was doing wrong here earlier. Right now, just bear with me on this video. This is my first time doing this. So I'm still working out the bugs on doing this kind of thing. So right here, this is a lab simulation for configuring IP address and default gateway setting on a switch. And I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong before. I kept having to run it again, run it again, run it again. And I was reading it off here on what it says. It says bit typing. It tells me here by typing in all this, and this is what was coming out wrong. But what I came across is when I type on this tells me what I'm supposed to do on here. So if I come over here and I'll just hit enter, it matches up what's over here. So I'm going to type in what the password's supposed to be. This is how I learned what was going. But it tells me over here to type in the full thing. But when I click on this little thing here, it doesn't type in the whole thing. It just has a pass. So that's what it was doing wrong. So I figured that out now. So it's all learning experience. This is my first time doing any of this kind of configuration or simulation stuff, lab simulated stuff and everything like that. But you know, I'm having fun with this kind of thing. So this is how you learn. So let me type this in again. Switch 2. This is the switch that I'm working with right here. So then I scroll down here. See, this is what I was doing before. I was typing in this whole thing and I was getting error messages. And I was typing in this whole thing, config T, and I was typing in all this. And then, as you'll see here, you're only supposed to type in CONFT in INT VLAN, and you're supposed to have space for the 1, but up here it doesn't show space for 1. Well, it looks like a little space, but this is what I was doing wrong. So let's type this in down here, CONFT, enter, 1 per line, okay. So now I've got, see right here, INT, I was typing in the whole interface, but I didn't have the space right here, so INT space VLAN 1, enter. Okay. See, before I was getting error messages, incorrect command line. Okay, so figure 3, examine the link message to see if the VLAN state. I'll read through all this later. I just want to get a video going and see what all this is. That's the beauty of this. I can run this all again. I'm just giving it a trial run. It's late. I got to get up early tomorrow for work. I've had 4 days off, so. Okay, so switch to config. Okay, I did that. Okay, here's where I'm at now. Config, set. Okay, so this is what I was doing wrong before. I wasn't typing in this. I was typing in this, but I wasn't typing in the whole thing. So let's do this here. IP address. .172 -21 or .4 .2 255.255.255.0, enter. There we go. Okay, so this is where I'm at here now. Type in no shut, because over here, let's move this out of the way. See, this is where I'm at up here. What's it telling me up here? With a mask of 2, press enter and type no shut command, abbreviated of no shutdown, to turn VLAN 1 on. So that's what this no shut is, to turn the VLAN on. So let's hit enter. interface VLAN 1, change state to up. VLAN stated to complete the configuration of TCP/IP settings, the switch needs to know what the address of the router is, also known as its default gateway. To accomplish this, exit to global configuration mode first, then use the command. Okay, so no shut. But I type in no shut. Link 3 up down interface VLAN, change the state up. Line Proto 5 up down, line protocol interface, change the state up. Switch to, okay, so now I gotta move on to the next one. Okay, that was already that. As I said, I'm just learning this. This is the first time I've done this kind of stuff. I got an actual microphone yesterday, so let's go here to this. Switch to exit. And then switch to config. IP default gateway 172.21.4.1. Enter. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And that's where we're at up here, the default gateway. The switch is now ready to participate in the receiving and sending of TCP. Kind of keep an eye on this because that's what I'm doing too. I want to see what's happening up here. TC packets from itself to other devices, recall it. Configuring, okay, now I'm down. Okay, that was figure 4. Once you are done, click on the check. Okay. Once you are done, click on at the top of the screen. Pass. Reason you configure the device as your lab. Okay, interface legend, execute it, extra command. Okay, I guess nothing's supposed to happen up here then. Okay, think about it. In what way is this exercise similar to configuring a PC to participate on a network? Okay, I don't know what that is, but I said this is my first time. I just got a microphone set up. I got this little camera set up here. I'm still working on that. I want to at least get something here to see what's going on. I'll mess with this a lot and I'll go back and I'll read all this to really understand why this is going on. But what I figured out was what I was messing up on is until I discovered clicking on these little things was like on this here. No, that's not it. Next one. I was reading off what this says here by typing in. I was typing in the whole thing, and when I clicked on this, I was only supposed to type in this and then have a space with the 1, but it doesn't show that over here. So that's what I was messing up on, was that. But now I know when I go through later labs and stuff and I start going through this, this was another part I was messing up on this with this. I wasn't typing in this as one. I was just typing in mask and stuff following along up here. But once I typed this in here and it went through and it configured everything up here. So this at the bottom here. In what way is the exercise similar to configuring a PC to participate in a network? I'm tired, it's late, it's getting late. So it's now ready to participate in receiving, sending from itself to other devices. I wonder if that's what let's see. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this. Let's see if this is the answer. Okay. Manage switches such as the Cisco CAS are able to, as turns the switch to another host on the network. The advantage of this will be seen when you want to access the switch remotely. Okay, so I just typed something in and it gives me even more feedback. So okay, so I'll click on run again. Well, now I'll just leave this. Close this lab, and then this shows that I was completed. I can restart these things here, but this is kind of fun. I mean, look at all this stuff. Using cloud storage. Tells you over here what you'll be using. Where's the using cloud storage? I already clicked on that. Where's the? Tells you over here what everything's going to be doing. Workstation. Understand the process for acquiring and using cloud computing and storage provider. Connect to a switch port using PuTTY. I've heard of PuTTY. I don't know what it is. I guess this is a lot based on Cisco stuff, so it's kind of fun.